Now I do have a little surprise to show you. Um, and it's an interesting blend of ArcTunes and unauthorized TV. So, one of the things that we've been wanting to do is get to the point where we can do new types of content, not just streams and interviews and conversations about conversations. Meme review is one very tiny half baby step towards that. This is actually a full step towards it, what we're working on now, and I'll talk about it in a second after I show it to you. It's only going to take a second, so pay attention, because if you blink you'll probably miss it. So did you catch that? Grime Knight says, I'm sold already. Yeah, so you probably have some idea of what we're working towards, but let me add one more. I was kind of debating on this, but given the positive, given the given the positive reaction, so I'll fire it up. I'll fire it up again. So hang on a second, because you gotta. I'm just going to leave it sitting. This is not synced up at all. Okay, so.
For Dark Lord News and unauthorized TV, I'm Morve. I'll see you in your nightmares.
It's not a game, but perhaps you can guess what we're working towards. What we're working towards is the first unauthorized news. And obviously we could have done something very simple, but what we've decided, just have somebody like reading news, and so what we're doing is we're combining synthetic speech with the animation of our cartoon characters, and let's put it this way. It's not going to be the news as you generally know it. We're going to be, it's going to be essentially something more akin to Weekend Update. So, if you've seen, I'm sure, the Colin Jost, Michael Che thing going back to Chevy Chase. The nice thing about this is because, will there be an editorial segment with the Dark Lord? No, this is going to start, being a very, very short thing. We're hoping to do it twice a week initially. And what we'll do is, this is basically, we're looking at this as a little bit of additional content initially, but also as a proving grounds, as a way of demonstrating what we can do. And so if people back it, we'll set it up at some point in time, just like we've done. It's a little embarrassing because we still haven't launched the music channel, although we're close to doing it. We would have launched it already if we hadn't had to, take a step back and solidify the infrastructure. But just like we have a separate subscription to support the the music, eventually, not right away, but eventually, if people really like what we're doing and they want us to significantly increase it, then we will look into funding it. And so, but one step at a time. There's no rush. I'm not going to talk about what text-to-speech service we're using because, that's we don't talk about what we use ever, really. So, but we're working with some of the unbearables. Owen's got some. The Bears have a lot of talent in their community, and Owen and I were talking. I said, I don't quite get the point of having somebody animate little bits off our streams. It's something that it's the same thing that you can always see, anywhere, right? And so, so what we're going to look into, what we're going to do is just see what we can do with this, how far we can take this. We're looking at obviously doing stuff with Midnight's War. Once we can start, prove that there is a audience for this, once we prove that we can do it really well, then I think that we're going to see some traction. And of course, the overlap with ArcToons is going to be to our advantage because we have a tremendous amount of artwork and excellent concept art for everything. But I have to admit, I really do. I'm going to turn it back on just because we have to have it on when we have this. I really do enjoy the sign off. The only one that's better, I think, is Dan Rather's courage. Courage.
For Dark Lord News and unauthorized TV, I'm Morve. I'll see you in your nightmares.
So, anyhow, that's I'm excited about some of these little projects. This is just a little tiny seed, but I think that there is a reasonable chance that it is going to grow into something that is going to be, at least moderately significant. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now in the comic space. What we're doing is
total and complete shit pay pigs absolutely go crazy for.